girls of your day. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. City so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. A city so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Your host Dani, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, girls of your day. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine, a city so live.
Ah, yes. Good morning, Frederick. It is Tuesday, June 4th, and I'm your host, Dani Gurry. Have you heard the Good Morning Frederick ad on WFRE or WFMD? Well, if you hear it, can you message me and let me know? I can't listen to the shows all day, both stations every day, but I am excited to be doing some fun stuff with that radio station coming up soon. You're going to hear all about it right here, and we are able to promote the show Good Morning Frederick there as well, which is really what we're trying to do. We're asking everybody to subscribe to our YouTube channel. So if you're just joining us, I've got a goal to get to 1,000 subscribers by September. Right now, we're at 325. Every day, we're getting a few more and a few more. So on our way to 1,000 by September. And you might be asking, why? Why do you care about YouTube subscribers? Well, it's because likes and follows and comments and shares, the more people that subscribe to a channel on YouTube, the more YouTube puts it out into something you might like. Kind of like on TikTok, the For You page. The algorithm figures out the information that you might be interested in, and the more people comment and like and interact and engage with content, the more all of these platforms will share it. It's just kind of crazy that way. Also, it's great if you get your notifications. You'll know as soon as we go live and anytime new content is posted. So it's hopefully not going to be too annoying. It's only weekdays, right? And we want you to keep in touch with what's happening in Frederick and all the great businesses and nonprofits and people that make up our great town that we love so much. Speaking of some great people, on the show today, I'm in the field of Moon Valley Farm, just chatting with Emma, a first-generation farmer. I honestly could have spent an hour easily talking to her. She is the most extraordinary person, and I can't wait to tell you guys all about it. And Shannon from Maryland Double Deckers stopped by the Home of Everything Frederick this past first Saturday so we could chat. And also, as always, we cover all the events happening in Frederick, so you always know what's going on. And, always share any new information that I find out. I pass it right along to you. So, without further ado, let's get this Tuesday started. I want to thank our sponsor of Good Morning Frederick. That is We Help You Move. Whether you're moving across the street or across the country, Nicholas and his team of moving experts can make the whole thing easy. And I know, moving and easy and simple and stress-free, never spoken in the same sentence, for sure, I know that. And while it might not be completely stress-free for you as far as the whole move thing, Nick has some great tips and hints to help you to keep things as stress-free as possible. He's still looking for that Montana move, I think. I'm going to meet with him today to talk about some great events coming up for our veterans. And I'm going to make sure he hasn't gotten a call yet about going to or from Montana. I think that's one of the states. He still needs to check off the box. So, WeHelpYouMove.com is the website. Feel free to give him a call, send him an email if you want to find out more. All right, weather today, partly cloudy, high of 88. Winds, light and variable, so hopefully there's a nice breeze out there. Tomorrow, scattered thunderstorms with a high of 79. Thursday, morning showers and 88. Friday looks lovely, mostly sunny and 82. Weekend, partly cloudy on Saturday with PM showers. And Sunday, high of 77, both days. Okay, let's talk about what we have to give away. And first, we want to talk about the annual Fireman's Carnival. That's what we want to talk about. Thurmont Fireman's Carnival is opening on June 17th through the 22nd. And the parade, I believe, is at 6:30, rain or shine, on June 20th. Pre-sale ride tickets are on sale now, just $20. You can purchase them only at the branches of Woodsboro Bank and Wise Markets in Thurmont, and then Thurmont Country Kitchen. Plus, if you go to Guardian Hose Company, that is the name of the organization hosting the Thurmont Fireman's Carnival. If they've got some dates and times that they sell the tickets right there at the firehouse as well. Just $20 for your pre-sale tickets. These are the ride wristbands, I believe, that allow you to ride all evening, one evening. And we're going to be out there June 17th for the opening of the carnival. And we'll show you around and see what great stuff they've got this year. So we want to thank them for that sponsorship, and be sure to get your ride tickets. All right. Prizes. We've added 5 Maryland Lottery scratch-offs to the prizes for this month. You're going to want to, for this week, you want to text MDL to our text line in order to get those Maryland Lottery scratch-offs. Actually, I've got to edit my banner here, but I will do that. The text line, 888-465-2944. You can enter as often as you like. I'm trying to make a comment here. Okay, MDL ride for the ride wristband. I've got 5 of them to give away. So if you'd rather win one or try to win one, so you only have to buy a couple for the kids, you can text RIDE to 888-465-2944. And then also fit. If you've been thinking about trying to get fit, maybe if you're a mom in any stage of motherhood, you know that it's always good to work out any time of your life, even right now. And my kids are almost 21 and 19. So anyway, you can get a month of free fitness classes from Fit for Mom. This is a great time to do it because the Summerfest Family Theater is just starting, and they do these great stroller classes right before that. And then you can take the kids to enjoy Baker Park for a couple of hours, and then hopefully take them home to nap. That is what you want to do. All right, so enter all of those contests, or for all of those prizes. Text the letters in that are highlighted to 888-465-2944, and winners are drawn probably at the end of the week. What do we got? Deadline 6/14. The fitness classes, I'm going to probably have to draw that. Let's just say Monday. We'll draw that Monday. Maryland Lottery will be next Friday for that, and I'll make sure and update all that. All right, speaking of the Maryland Lottery, I should have put this in there. Let me see if I can quickly type this up. Remember, we were talking about the big spin. Let me just see, Maryland Lottery. So there is a ticket, the scratch-off ticket Gail was telling us about, that if you see big wheel on your scratch off ticket, and it's going to say you get a spin of the wheel. Now, the first spin is actually either on the kiosk, or if you're checking the app on your phone, you'll get a spin there, right? And then if it says after you do that, you have to come to lottery headquarters, then you get to go to Baltimore and you get to spin this big wheel. And the reason I want to show you this particular video, oh gosh, I hope I'm typing this in right, is because a veteran actually won some money on the big spin wheel. All right, I got it up. All right, I got to share my screen here. This is really, really cool. And I mean, good. You know, you always love when the right people win the lottery. All right, here we go. So Western Maryland veteran, this is what the big wheel looks like.
What's good, Maryland? It's your man, Mike, and it is time for another edition of The Big Spin. Today we are joined with
Landis Edwards.
All right, Mr. Landis, where are you from?
I'm from Cumberland, Maryland.
All right, from the west side of Maryland, Cumberland, Maryland. Here's the time. $250,000 is your top prize. $50,000 what you could walk away with. Get your spin on, sir.
Okay, here we go.
$250,000 is the top prize.
50,000.
Let's make sure we get that.
It's a cool
All the way
little
from
wheel. I want
Cumberland,
this.
Maryland.
Look at it.
Life is about to change
Top
right
prize
now.
of I think 250.
250. Can we get it?
Top
Can we
prize
get
is
it?
250.
Can we get it?
Oh, this is very close. $90,000.
$90,000.
So anyway, that's pretty cool. And oh gosh, let me shut this off so I can. There we go. Anyway, that big spin is kind of cool. So you can get those big spin lottery tickets. I believe they're scratch offs. I think they're $5. If you get those wheels, and I think there's still some out there. I think there were 8 in the market to play for the big prize. But certainly even the smaller ones are great. So that's pretty cool. And you can get your big spin tickets anywhere you purchase Maryland Lottery scratch-offs. Okay, we're going to take a quick break. And after that, I'm going to take you to the farm. Moon Valley Farm, that is. And then, and that will be to introduce you to Emma, if you don't know her. And then I'll introduce you to Shannon from Maryland Double Deckers. Plus, we'll go over all the events happening in Frederick. And that comes up right after this. Not right after that. I clicked the wrong thing. That is coming up real soon. But right now, let's get to the real estate goddesses and all-in-one events.
All-in-One Events is Frederick's #1 source for event rentals and entertainment. Please visit us on the web at www.aioeventgroup.com or call 1-888-727-8902 for more information.
All right, clicking those buttons too quickly. And A&S Construction, a locally owned, woman and minority owned business right here in Frederick, specializing in everything for the outside of your home, including roofing and siding, along with windows, gutters, patios, and decks. Give Sandra a call at 301-703-2157, or you can email Sandra at info@ansconstruction.net. Sandra is a great supporter of Frederick, and we love businesses that give back, and she certainly does. She's on many boards, including building industry, the chamber, and she's always looking out for businesses like my own and making sure she can put me in touch with the right people, make recommendations, and just be a great sounding board. So we love Sandra. We love A&S Construction. Please give her a call. You can save $750 off any roof or siding replacement, or $50 off any roof repairs. Give her a call today or go to ansconstruction.net. All right, We're going to run happening in Frederick again because this is the right time to be doing it. All right, it is Taco Tuesday. You need to head down to the taco bar where you can get 20% off 3 tacos all day long today. Taco Bar is located kind of at the top end of Route 40, the Golden Mile, West Point Plaza. So if you know where the Wise Markets is, it's a little bit down from there. Woodsboro Bank, right near there. And our friends Maryland Bakes. They're right in the same shopping center, which is great. You can get steak, chicken, al pastor, carnitas, fish for your tacos. You can also get vegan options, which we love that. And if you're feeling a little adventurous, you should try the beef tongue and small intestine tacos. Go to tacobar1.com. All right, if you want to know what's happening in Frederick, we've got an Everything Frederick calendar. Now, you can access the calendar 2 ways. One, you can text calendar to 888-465-2944, or you can go to promocircus.com. Now, Promo Circus is the name of my company, the main company. Oh, I just shut the thing down because of that spinning wheel. Let me pull it up here. Here we go. Here we go. Promo Circus. And my company has been set up. So if you're looking for marketing, events, or promotional support, I can help you there. But we also have Everything Frederick Live and everything about Good Morning Frederick, as well as the calendar of events. So it's very easy to access anytime, any day. Now, keep in mind, this looks, oh my gosh, way overwhelming. Of course it does. We have 1 million events going on here in Frederick every single day. The more I do this, the more I know there is not one day that doesn't have something going on here in Frederick. And perfect for the upcoming summer when you have maybe people visiting or you're trying to entertain the kids. You should start here. And if you can't find it here, then I'm not sure what to tell you. Okay, so June, let's see what is going on. Today is Tuesday. You can see I have actually included more food trucks. We've got the Pita King, Wonder Bowls, Snowballs and Waterfalls, Grilled Cheese Please, all on the calendar. And it's going to tell you where they are. So if you love food trucks, you can actually find some of them. Now, I'm only putting the ones on there that let me know what their schedules are. So I check the Everything Food Trucks page. Everything Frederick Foods Trucks, I think that's what that is. And when they post their schedules, some of them post on Mondays, I go in there and I grab them. Much easier it would be if people sent them to me, but hey, I get it. For a while, we got to help them out. Also, starting tonight, you got the 4 County Lions Community Carnival is happening now through June 8th. It actually started yesterday. So through June 8th. If you're a carnival queen or king, this calendar's got them all. Got them all on there. All right. Tomorrow, I have on this calendar where you can nominate a shero. A shero is a woman who is doing extraordinary things in the community. They are looking for nominations for the Strength Award, the Heart Award, and the Equality Award. So this is the Frederick Chamber puts this on each year. It aligns with She Pitch, which is business owners kind of do their Shark Tank thing, and they get funded, some of them, to win prizes, top prizes. I think one is the idea stage and one is already operating and they want expansion or things like that. It's very, very interesting. If you've not seen it, you can check that out. So if you know somebody who can be nominated for those categories, please do so. Also, Troy Fest will be presenting a scholarship this year. So if you are interested, I believe this is for children, for music. So if there is a child you know of whose parents can't afford music lessons or instruments or things like that, you can apply for this scholarship that they will be presenting at Troy Fest at the end of this, I think it's September. So applications are due August 1st, but there is a link for you to share with somebody who may need it, or your family might need it as well, which is no problem at all. We want your kids to get that good music base, because we know kids who play music usually do better in school. They're certainly better at math, and it's great for them. And tomorrow is our prom, finally. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. They are so excited. The theme is out of this world. I am still looking for some volunteers just to show up to help set up, get our vendors in and set up from 10 a.m. till they start at 11. And then if anyone can stop by at 1 p.m. to clean up at the finish, it should not take any more than an hour either side. I really appreciate all the support, and certainly Charles Studio, mwah, Alexa Bedwell funded half of the food. We got the other portion covered as well, and we really appreciate the ARC working with us with our limited budget, but cannot wait to see everybody tomorrow. I will be shooting video tomorrow and showing it on Thursday, so you'll be able to see all the wonderment from the Scott Key Center. So excited about that, my friends over there. So great. Okay, now you see, again, more, we've got more of the food trucks available, and you see them twice. So they're usually at two different places. Let me just make sure. Yes, so Peter King is at Monocacy Brewing and Winfield Community Fire Company. I'm assuming they have two trucks, otherwise I'm not sure. I just record what they sent. Also, let's see, cocktails and conversations. Okay, please join us at the Home of Everything Frederick. It is really a social networking. Just come by. If you've been wanting to make time to come see the shop, please do so. Shannon and Tara have worked very hard along with Michael to get everything up and organized. And I'm picking up new Good Morning Frederick swag today, and I will have it available at that event tomorrow. So please come to the Cocktails and Conversations, 5 to 7 at 401 North Market Street. You don't even have to own a business to come. You can just come and hang out, and let's have a great time for an hour or so. So just come on out. It's going to be fun. All right. Also, let's see, what else do we have? We've got on Thursday, of course, we've got WFRE's Country Up the Creek, and we got WFMD just up the creek. We've got Alive at 5 is Thursday as well. This week it is Zachary Smith and the Mardi Gras Kings with New Orleans Zydeco, which is fun. And let's see what else. More carnivals. Rosy Cheeks starts their first open mic night. They are going to have a pretty cool thing. The winner's going to get $500 cash for open mic night. And I think you have to attend at least half of these events. So the first one is this Thursday. It goes from 6 to 9 p.m. And it is audience vote. So you might want to head out there if you may want to win $500 in cash. I'm not sure if it's cash. I just said that. I'm sure it may be a check. I mean, I'd probably take it in just bottles, but, you know, that's just me. Anyway, also, great weekend coming up. I mean, tons of stuff. So kids get out of school 2 hours early on Friday. It's the last day of school. I will be heading over to the Frederick Airport for Summer Fun Days. That actually happens every Friday for the summer, which is kind of cool. Frederick Airport opens up, and we'll have great things for you to see and walk around and do. we love that. We love checking out cool stuff like that. So I will get all the scoop this Friday. That way I can make sure I'm well informed to share with you what is going on every Friday in the summer. There are tons of fun events going on starting this weekend, obviously, and then through the weekend. Saturday is Tour de Frederick, which leaves and starts and finishes, I believe, from the Walkersville Fire Company Carnival Grounds. Just an FYI, if you're driving in that area, just to be aware, there's going to be a lot of cyclists out on the road in that northern part of Frederick throughout Saturday, so just be careful. We've got the North Crossing yard sale. Our yard sale in Kellerton was humongous. I'm so mad I didn't put more stuff out. My son wanted to do it, and I was like, okay, I'll kind of put stuff out. Packed. It was a gorgeous day, too, which obviously helped everything. Tour de Frederick also has a finish line party, which is from 11 to 4, where you can go to the carnival grounds and watch all of the bikes come in. Now, if you want to support the Boys and Girls Club of Frederick County, just purchase a ticket to the finish line party, and you can go and you get food and drink, and there's live music, and you can go to that from 11 to 4, and that's helping the Boys and Girls Club, which is awesome. And we're going to be talking about the paint by numbers thing that's coming because of what Yummy we showed yesterday. And then this weekend as well. Look, I mean, there are always great things going on. Sunday, I want to point attention to the Shop Local event happening at Fourth Dimension Fun Center. That's from 1 to 4 p.m. They'll have some vendors out there. Frederick Window Tinting and Fox Tree Designs and WFRE are putting that on. So if you want to go check out some vendors, you can do that at the event, the Shop Local event, Sunday, June 9th from 1 to 4. My daughter just walked in, so we got the little greeting from the lovely Callie, of course. So anyway, all events happening that are coming up very soon. So again, Frederick is just a ton of things going on. If you want to see the links and get the details, you can go to promocircus.com and click on Everything Frederick Live and Events, or text calendar to 888-465-2944, and you'll get a link right to that calendar. Also want to tell you about the Sisters in Charity Garden Party, right? So all of us are doing our baskets, and I put that in quotes because the vessel that Shannon's team and I chose, it's not a basket at all. So you're going to have to come by starting June 12th to see it. Anyway, but the actual party, the grand finale, where we're going to announce the winning basket, is June 18th. It is at the inn at Fingerboard Farm. If you've not been there, spectacular place. I think Dreamscape Slumber Events is going to be setting up an adult tent and a kids tent in person for you to see. So if you've been wondering, hey, is this what should I, what does this look like? You're going to be able to see it in person. This event is free to attend, of course. However, if you bring a new pair of shoes, sneakers especially, for kids, you're going to get 2 raffle tickets that you can put in whatever baskets you want to win. And the raffle tickets will be there to be sold too for just $5 each. We want to thank also, we've got Honey D's Charcuterie, Love Boards, and the Box Theory, who are putting on a charcuterie board together. They've donated that to the event, so we want to thank them very much for doing that. And we'll have some refreshments and beverages for you there as well. But the whole point is counting up the raffle tickets to see which charity is winning extra money, which is very cool. And all the charities are going to keep a portion of the raffle tickets that have been sold to it. So every charity is going to be helped. And all of the charities are listed there on screen that are going to be the recipient of some funds, which is fantastic. So hopefully We'd love for you to show up there. And my goal for Souls of Love this year is 200 pairs of shoes. Last year I did about 115, I think. Might have been 125 we got to. But anyway, I would love to hit 200. So if you're out shopping and you see some sneakers or closed-toed shoes on clearance, can be any kind really. I'm not going to be choosy. But it can be for kids from 6 years old all the way up to 18 because they are donated to kids within many different programs here in Frederick. And we would love to give those kids shoes who don't have them. So ultimately, you're going to be helping out Souls of Love as well. All right. Whew. That's a lot, I know. But if you have an event you want included, you can email it everythingfredericklive@gmail.com. All right, now let's talk about who's making the market. All right, Shannon was only hired in December. We chatted about that, but it seems like it's been a lifetime ago already. There's been so much work they've been doing. They've been in the public trying to get these double-decker buses on the road and ready to go. So Maryland Double Deckers is live. It is available, and you've got to check that bus out. So let me just show you. Let's talk to Shannon, and I'll show you the bus in just a minute. Pleasure of chatting with Shannon, the manager in charge of everything, I think. Yeah, I don't know how you keep all those boys straight. Maryland Double Deckers. Now, you've probably seen some videos of the bus that is driving around Frederick. You guys have kind of had this thing out for quite a while now, right? Test runs and making sure things work, and now open for business.
Yes, officially, I believe it was April. We opened it up officially after some trial runs, and we started with a Brew with a View tour, touring the different breweries along a certain route where there's hop-on, hop-off options.
Okay.
And then after that, just to make sure things were a little safer too for everybody, and we kept it adults only as we're starting to now gear up for family-friendly events.
Awesome.
Having kids on board. I'm getting a lot of requests for getting the kids in and seeing it. And so we're about to do something with that here in another week or two.
Oh, that's so exciting. And I know, it's so overwhelming right now because with the grand opening, ribbon cutting, there's a lot of attention on these things. And people want to get in to get their events, right? If they want a wedding or have a birthday or anything like that. And I just said to her, hey, we need to have a girls' night on the bus, So there's a lot of great ideas because it's so, you can use it almost for anything, right? Just transportation or just the party itself.
Yep, it's not a public mode of transportation,
right?
The typical hop-on, hop-off, but it is for recreational events, private events.
Right.
So we're getting a lot of
if you needed to
inquiries.
shuttle people on a wedding from a church to the reception, what a great way to make an impact.
Yes.
And great photo ops with the bus.
It is. And we've been asked to do a lot of different things, which is really fun. So I'm excited I love planning all that stuff.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
And you're going to be great
That's the creative piece I love.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think the possibilities obviously are endless. All right, so right now people can go online. I think it's MarylandDoubleDeckers.com.
Yes.
And they can purchase tickets. So right now the ticket purchase is specific times you leave somewhere and you go around to the breweries or whatever it is, and then you return to wherever it started.
Right.
Is that right? Okay.
Right. Yep.
Okay. And then I know there's going to be a million other things in the future. You are the manager in charge, literally, the person, and there are 6, I believe, in partners in this. Seven partners in this, and I know. I think I met with you probably more than a year ago. Was it a year ago when you got hired?
It feels like it.
Oh.
It was actually in December because we were looking at doing the Santa parade.
Oh, right. Yes, we were going to
only
try to get
December.
in the Santa parade.
Yeah.
That's all. It's since December? God,
Yeah.
it feels like it was a lot longer than that. Okay, December. That's right, because you guys weren't sure about, you had to do a lot getting it with the regulations making sure everything was safe,
And then it got
having it
rained
for
out.
public, and then yes, we got rained out. That's right. Anyway, that's right. Now we're on to bigger and better things, though. It's all good. It's all good. What do you think the next 6 to 12 months will hold for Maryland double deckers?
A lot of it is we're just trying to let the community know too that we want feedback. So we want people to get on the bus, just experience it, give us feedback, tell us what it is that you would like to do with the bus, and then we're actually building events and ideas from those ideas. So I think if we can we'll focus a lot on that and just generating things that people can be excited about, and just however we can support the actual community and visitors coming into Frederick, giving them tours. We're going to do some history tours coming up soon too.
Perfect.
We're trying to just hit different ideas.
Modes of people, right? It's not all about the brewery thing. It's about the family thing, and it's about history. I mean, what a great spot in Frederick to be in. Now I know Dan. He had the buses. He got the buses. And he's English, right? So so
originally born in
London. So let's talk a little bit about how this all came to be here in Frederick.
So he actually came to the U.S. years ago and had wanted to. This has been his dream to always own and have double-decker buses.
That's so funny.
So he found these, believe it or not, in a scrapyard in Illinois. And he was living in Ohio at the time, and he went and brought them to Ohio, and then ultimately he met with one of the investors. At some point last year, they got talking about what his buses were like, and then the investors were kind of like, that sounds really cool for Frederick. And they most of us are all from here.
Yeah.
Have either lived here forever or lived here a really long time.
Yeah.
So they were all just like, that would be such a neat thing to bring to Frederick in addition to everything else.
Yes.
And so they all became an investment team, basically, of this.
Yeah.
And we just built from there.
Yeah.
So.
And I agree 100%. The vision, and I know many of the members of that team, very innovative, very forward-thinking, and willing to put in the work to get it done, because it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy getting it approved and getting through all of the permitting and where you can drive and all of that. Not easy at all, but I think the team behind this is very smart, and they did things very well. So
yes, and it's been supportive, and so I feel like that's been a big piece of it. And the community itself,
well,
and
that's
the city,
the thing.
has
That's
been very much behind us on everything and trying to help us figure out how to make it happen.
Yes.
So
that's another great thing
piece.
about Frederick is when you can sell people on the idea and how this is going to impact tourism and all of that.
Right.
It's going to be a great thing.
Yes. So right now we're just working with the arborist, and we're working on ways to try to elevate the canopies, the tree canopies in different areas, just to see where we can access more places, so we can do more events.
So obviously these things are very tall. Downtown has that beautiful tree canopy and makes it difficult to get a double-decker bus down
some streets,
parts of downtown.
Yeah.
So that's understandable. But for right now, you can go to MarylandDoubleDeckers.com. What has been the biggest challenge since December for you trying to manage all of this as it's happening? I feel like this is like the fire hose. You're trying to drink from it, and because so much is happening.
That's a great analogy. And I'm just drowning.
It's exciting, and a lot of people are excited, and they want to reach out and do stuff. So
people have been very eager for months, and so I think too, as we're building, we're very limited in staffing.
Right.
It's more or less, it was just me.
Yeah.
For a while, and other than the drivers and having the Clippy on board, and we're hiring more Clippies. We're hiring another driver, so to try.
You're hiring what?
Another driver.
No, before
Clippy.
that. Yeah, what is that?
The Clippy, they're pretty much like a conductor on the bus.
I have not heard that term before, Clippy. Okay.
We made it our own.
Yeah, I like it.
It's basically the person that's up there always on the top of the bus.
Keeping out.
They lead the tours.
Oh,
they make
nice.
sure everybody keeps their hands and all the body
inside the
parts
car at all
inside.
times.
Yeah,
so that's fantastic.
Yeah, It's been a huge challenge.
Yeah, I bet.
But I was ready for a different kind of challenge.
Yes, you were. But this is kind of 180, isn't it?
This is like 180. This is like
than
yeah.
before. This is 180.
But it's pretty cool. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think it's fully registered yet.
Yeah.
You know, after last week's
Yeah.
grand opening,
Yeah.
I felt like it was going to be more of a wow moment. And
Yeah.
it was for a second, and then it's
And
just
now
nothing
it's just
stops.
gone right,
It's just-
yeah. It's gone 100 miles
Yes.
an hour since.
So I
All
guess
right.
that's a good thing.
Well, you got to check out MarylandDoubleDeckers.com. Bookmark the page because fun stuff is going to be coming. I'm sure on a monthly basis you'll see brand new stuff. Watch their social media. And if you know anything about the UK or Australia, you have to look out for some funny plays on terminology that they're releasing in stickers and t-shirts and things like that. It's a lot of fun. And we're really happy that you came out today. Thank you so much.
I appreciate you having us. Thank
Of
you.
course. All right, we'll see you guys next time. All right, I want to thank
It's a
Shannon.
pleasure.
Want to thank Shannon for that. Sorry, I've been looking frantically through my videos, and I've got some videos of the bus. Let me just see if I can. Okay, that might be a photo. Hang on a second. Trying to find the video. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Okay, let me just see. Okay, this is a quick video. I'm going to share my screen here. I'm doing this on the fly. I should have tried to put it into the interview, but I had to go through hundreds of my personal screen. Oh wait, how do I share my select? It's not on there. This is interesting, actually. How do I share if it's not on my? If it's not on a tab? Dang it. Okay, I'm gonna figure it out, and I'm gonna share because it's not online, so I can't. It's on my photos, which I don't have an online version. I wish I could just show you this. I can hear it, but you can't see it, which doesn't make it very fun. All right. Anyway, I know you guys have seen them. Actually, I know what I can do. Because I really want you to see this. Because if you want to go on a brewery tour, that's right now what they have. Most of the tickets are available for is the brewery tours, which is kind of fun if you've got people coming in from out of town and they're beer people. It's also hopefully going to be a great opportunity just to see Frederick eventually. Not happening yet, but I'm just looking up some videos here real quick. This is hey, it's my show. I get to do what I want, right? All right. Here's one. All right. We'll share the screen here. We'll show this one if you haven't seen this yet. Here we go. All right. So this was downtown. This is how cool it is. How great is it going to be during the holidays? Now, this is the canopy that we're talking about, that they can only go down certain streets because of the clearance. But they have done so much work on the inside as well. But it's going to be so much fun to drive. The holidays, come on, put your blanket on up and go drive around and see the lights, or obviously visit downtown. That is going to be humongous. And it is so cool that we have these in Frederick now. I mean, come on. Yeah, I mean, this is just, I could think of a million promotions right now. My promotional brain is exploding with ideas. So Shannon and I chatted about it, and I think we're going to try to do a girls' evening or afternoon around Frederick, and we will figure out. You're going to have to work hard to enter to win that. You'll have to come to the shop and enter to win. You're going to have to text to enter to win, and we will be able to take, I think, 25 people with us. It's going to be so fun. So we will organize that because I just think these things are spectacular. All right. Anyway, we got to take one more quick break, and then you're going to see Emma in her element up the hill at Moon Valley Farms. That is coming right after this.
Elevate your next party with Dreamscape Slumber Events. Over 12 themes and customization available for kids, teens, and adults to enjoy. Don't have the space? We have solutions for that too. Search Dreamscape Slumber Events on Facebook.
All right. And don't forget about that promo code for Dreamscape Slumber Events. And don't forget, you can see those teepees, tents in person at the Sisters in Charity event on June 18th. All right. Emma is definitely a market maker, but I also think she's doing good in the neighborhood because of all the people she is working on feeding from her farm. Let's meet Emma from Moon Valley Farms.
We found Moon Valley Farm. There's a big sign if you don't know. I didn't come that way, but I was sitting at somebody else's house with a very nice dog, I gotta tell you, very friendly. I'm here with Emma, Moon Valley Farm. You know, I talked to you, I think we just figured out, I can't believe it's almost been 5 years. That's a long time ago. And wow, you have really done some amazing stuff here.
Thank you.
You just told me originally 25 acres is what you've been farming.
Yep.
Now you're picked up, is it 50?
45 more.
45 more acres.
Yeah, so we're farming 70 acres now.
That's unreal. So with the additional land, are you doing additional things or you're just doing more of what you're already doing?
Yes, we're doing both. So we are diversifying our crop selection. The first thing we added was strawberries.
Okay.
And so we planted those last fall, and we planted about a half acre or 12,000 strawberry plants.
Holy cow.
And to celebrate, we hosted our very first strawberry festival this year. So.
Yeah, that's really, really cool. Let's go back kind of to the beginning. Farming for you, like how did you get here? And then we can talk about what's coming.
Okay, great. So I am a first-generation self-taught farmer. I started Moon Valley Farm in 2012 on a piece of actually my parents' property in the suburbs of Baltimore County.
Okay.
And I grew the farm business from that to 15 acres across 6 different other borrowed parcels.
That's nuts.
Throughout Baltimore County. So basically other people's backyards, I would give them a CSA share in exchange for the use of their land.
Okay.
And I used all of that experience, getting a customer base and figuring out systems, figuring out how to farm, how to harvest, how to everything. And used all of what I had saved at that time to buy this property here in Frederick. I wanted to buy in Frederick because I love it here. It's gorgeous. I love the Monocacy. I love the mountains. And the town of Frederick is so cute. So I love all of it. And we sell to Frederick, Baltimore, and DC, and Northern Virginia. So it's pretty equidistant from all of our sales channels as well.
So no one in your family farms, and you literally started planting in your parents' backyard.
Yes.
Were they like, what is happening here?
My parents have been the most supportive. They're incredible, and now they've actually retired and live on the farm and do a lot of work on the farm as well.
Yeah.
So
well, that's awesome.
Brought the family to the farm.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
This is a beautiful property.
Thank you.
And I know you grow organic, right? Certified organic. When you were telling me on the walk up here of the number of things you're doing, I have no idea how. People say I'm busy. There's no way. What you're doing is just incredible. The expansion, the reach, the different projects. Are you looking for these things, or do they come find you because of what you're doing?
Both.
Yeah.
You know, the more people we communicate with and collaborate with, the more people we're growing food for, the more ideas generated by the community that are also often for the community.
Right.
So I don't really know how the folks at Lake Linganore thought of us, for example, but that was a cold call. You know, I just got a phone call and they said, can you and compost our invasive carp. And so we said, sure, yeah, we'll compost it. And so we're doing that.
Yeah. How many carp is that? Is that a lot?
It was multiple tons, and
Whoa.
they brought it over in a dumpster. Yeah. So it was a huge amount, but luckily we have also a large amount of compostables on the 70 acres. So we were able to make some really large compost piles, and they're doing just fine.
Yeah. And again, what a great way to recycle and use and not let that go to waste when it can help fertilize the ground and stuff like that.
Exactly.
So we are standing up on the hill. This is what we've got. I mean, lavender?
Perennial herbs. Yeah, we have lavender and perennial herbs. A lot of these we plant for beneficial insects.
Yeah.
So the bronze fennel, for example, is planted because its flowers attract the brachnid wasp. And you see that field right there is tomatoes. So one of tomatoes' biggest problems is the tomato hornworm. But the brachnid wasp parasitizes and kills that. So instead of having to spray for the brachnid wasp, we just plant bronze fennel. And it attracts the pollinators, and it naturally does that. So it's saving us money, and it's bringing me joy too, because it's pretty.
It is pretty. It is pretty. And then this is all it's used for then?
Yeah, pretty much
basically.
To attract and keep pollinators. So we have a big apiary on the farm managed by Chesapeake Queen Company.
Okay.
And so that's all those boxes over there. And we really want our bees to pollinate our crops because we are a vegetable farm, but many vegetables are technically fruits and require pollination.
Yeah.
So if you can attract pollinators on your farm, you can even have increased yields of up to 30%.
Wow.
So we like to plant things that flower a lot to keep our pollinators here so that we can have better yields.
And you just have learned all of this over the years. That is just fascinating. I because this is something I'm so far from, but enjoy all the time. Food, good food, organic food. What has been so far the biggest challenge for you over the past several years since you started this?
So 13 years in business now, I've realized that I'm usually the biggest problem. As a business owner, me getting in my own way of either my employees' growth or my own growth is the biggest problem. Admitting where I am inadequate and maybe need to hire out some help. So that's been my biggest challenge is getting over myself.
I mean, that's big of you to admit. I don't know how much therapy it took to get here, but look, it happens to all of us, right? You're just kind of doing your day-to-day and you're not really looking outside at the impact your decisions are making on other people when you think, hey, this is where we're headed. So
so really I've tried to empower employees to own certain parts of their job so that I'm not hovering, or if it's something that I'm terrible at, like drawing or graphic design, I hire somebody who's really good at that to do it. So I'm not just kind of
and it takes a lot of energy out of you, right? Especially if you're not really good at it. You fret over it, you stress about it, and that's no good to anybody. Your passion, besides growing amazing food, seems to be feeding people who don't have access to these great fruits and vegetables and things that you're doing. Has that always been a passion for you? Is that kind of how all of this started, or it's just grown to be just because of what you're doing?
There is such abundance of food on a farm. It becomes really clear that it's cheaper to grow than it is able to get the food to people. And so I always see that there's more food available here, and it is heartbreaking to waste it in the field if you can't afford to have somebody harvest and pack and deliver it, or if you can't figure out who to get it to. Knowing that there's, in Maryland, 30% of people are living with food insecurities. So it's something that I think about all the time out in the fields, and we have developed partnerships with at least 4 or 5 nonprofits that we work with on the regular basis, at least once a month. So we launched a donation subscription program where individuals can help us increase our impact. People can buy for just $1 a day or $30 a month. You can buy a box for those living with food insecurities. And we are partnering with 4 different organizations. So once a week, we're sending it to one organization or the other. CSA members also, instead of putting their share on hold, they can choose to donate their box. And we also donate a lot of food. So in May alone, we donated over 5,000 pounds of food. Wow. So we're doing that on our own, and then we're asking our community to help increase our impact by partnering with these nonprofits, so that, because they're the ones connected with people who need the food and knowing exactly what they need and when.
Yeah, they're your perfect middleman, right? Because they're doing all the research, due diligence, and just getting the food from you and getting it to the right people.
We also started working with a Food is Medicine program with the Linda Benn Foundation, where we're providing hundreds of boxes every month to Title I schools, school families in PG County. So we're looking for opportunities to partner with other organizations who are seeking grant funding or have other means of funding to increase the amount of healthy, fresh food that people living with food insecurities have access to.
And you said you also provide food to schools. There's some schools?
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, so we're working with Frederick County and Montgomery County Public Schools. We do work with some private schools as well, in Baltimore City, in Baltimore County. Yeah, that's been a really fun addition the past 4 years or so, starting to work with Frederick County and then Montgomery. We work primarily either with the Fresh Fruits and Vegetable program, which is trying to increase the amount of fresh fruits and vegetables that kids have access to, and a couple other programs that really help expose children, especially in elementary schools. But we are working with elementary, middle, and high schools as well to just increase exposure.
You're doing some more open to the public type events.
Yes.
Yeah. And opening the farm up has got to be fun.
Oh, it's so fun. Yeah, for a while I purchased this property in early 2020. So we spent a lot of time building infrastructure, putting in irrigation, building out our greenhouses, and now we're ready to host.
Yay.
So we just hosted our first strawberry festival, and in July we're hosting our first tomato festival, and we'll likely be celebrating peaches then too, because it is peak peach season. And then we're doing a chili pepper fest September 21st to celebrate our love of peppers.
I love it.
Both sweet seasoning and spicy peppers.
I love it.
Yeah.
Now the fruit, do you guys grow the fruit here too, or is that's with somebody else?
No, we're just growing strawberries and some blackberries here. So we are not only a farm, but a food hub.
Right.
So we are aggregating from around 50 other farms we know and trust, and bakers like Twin Bears Bakery that we know and trust in the region. So we're offering organic eggs and sourdough bread and gourmet mushrooms and fruit from Smithburg, and all sorts of things like that.
And your CSA also incorporates stuff from all of these places you source, which is kind of cool. So let's talk about the CSA, because it's grown exponentially since last I talked to you, but now that you've got the extra acreage, it's important to keep that up.
Yes.
Because that is your foundation every month, right? It's the people who help support financially to get the stuff. So what does the CSA look like?
Yeah, so our CSA program runs year-round. We also do have a half-year program in our peak season, which is from June through Thanksgiving. And people can sign up for a small, medium, large, weekly, or bi-weekly box. You can change sizes and frequencies at any time. You're never really locked in. You can also join on an ongoing basis. It's pay by the week. You can customize your box each week by, so we kind of set a box, and then you can come in and swap items. to make sure. One time in October, we had somebody exchange everything in their box for pumpkins. So you can even exchange everything in your box and
funny.
have a pumpkin party if you want. So it's extremely versatile, and it's the foundation of our farm. We know how much to plant because we have a certain number of subscribers. So that gives us the confidence to plant and the ability to just do what we do best and farm.
Right.
Knowing that we have this customer base.
Right. But is there anything else big coming for you?
Well, we have some really exciting projects happening. One is our Healthy Soils project with the state of Maryland, which is really helping us with our expansion, making sure that we are prioritizing long-term soil health while we are also getting lots of crops, lots of harvest off of our crops right now. So that is really helping us to make those long-term financial investments in soil health. So that's been really cool. And monitoring our soil health throughout this project. And we were also working on building a processing facility so that we were able to wash and cut produce at the very least. Right now, farmers are not allowed to cut into produce after the point of harvest. So this will really help us to reduce our food waste on the farm, because if something comes out imperfect, we can't cut around that, for example. Or so if we have a massive watermelon, we are not allowed to cut it in half and sell half a watermelon or a quarter of it. Or if it has a bruise on one end, it's just, for staff only, basically. And so this is going to really help us to reduce our food waste. And so, that's super exciting.
That is the saddest thing to me.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, as Americans, we get everything polished and shined in the store, and one bruise or one weird something rules that not able to be sold there, right? It seems kind of crazy. Or cutting out the bad parts, to have to waste it.
Yeah, and, food doesn't all grow perfectly.
Nor do we. Nor do we as people. So
some of us need a little help.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah. So it is kind of sad when you think about that is kind of our priority level. Instead of feeding more people or getting that food to somebody else, it's kind of sad that that's where you are. But you're dealing with the regulations that were dealt to you.
Exactly.
Did you ever think that the young girl who started in her parents' backyard would be here?
No, at that time I really didn't. I had 2 kids under 2 at the time. I didn't have any farm experience. I had never worked on a farm before. There were no farmers in my family. I didn't even know any farmers when I started. So no, but I had always wanted to start a business. I was really passionate about food. I was really passionate about raising my kids outside and knowing where their food came from. And the reason why I decided to farm in the first place was I realized that the food I can grow is so delicious and safe and healthy for my family. And the passion for sharing that with other people's families, I think, has really fueled my growth throughout.
Yeah. And that's all we read about, right? It's all you hear about, all you read about is that everything we're putting, you are what you eat. And so if you know where that comes from, then you feel pretty good about it. So sign up for the CSA. At least you know your fruits, your vegetables, and everything else that Emma gets access to, including eggs and things like that, are coming from the best. She's not going to go anywhere else other than the best and work with other people who are farming the way she does, with mindful tact. I love it. Head out. Moon Valley Farms, we're going to make sure we promote the events you guys have coming up soon, but that CSA, you got to get it. All right, we will see you guys next time.
All right, I know we're running a little late, but my gosh, I don't know. I just think extraordinary people doing extraordinary things. Emma is certainly one of them, and I'm very excited. My first CSA box comes tomorrow. I'm going to be doing an unboxing when it comes to show you what it looks like. And keep you updated on that. All right, coming up tomorrow, Deanna Houston talks about, yoga for women in kind of different roles of childing. So if you are doing fertility treatments, trying to get pregnant, or are pregnant, she's your girl. She specializes in that. And Marilyn Herbert from the Alzheimer's Association talks about the walk coming up in October and all the good work they're doing. All right, we're on all the socials. When you have a minute, please search, follow, subscribe, comment if you can. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Share this subscription on YouTube with your friends. Come on, we can get to 1,000. I know we can. I've got more than 1,000 friends on Facebook. I've got to harass them more, I think. All right, have a great Tuesday. Get out there and be great, Frederick.
Come down.